Hello everyone and welcome back to Chronos Plays Phoenix Wright, Justice for All. Today, court is reconvening. I know, right? The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obvious question arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Hi, I'm sorry. I don't feel right about this, Adrian. I know you kind of lied to me all last trial, and I was kind of hard on you because you were, a filthy liar. But at the same time, I kind of get it now. But I know it wasn't you. Obviously, I just feel bad bringing you into this. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstructing of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Ms. Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before? That's right. It's only natural that a witness has. Miss Andrews, can you please enlighten the court to this bear's secrets? All right. Why does she... Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At the center is a very small cavity with just enough space to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. Okay. Oh, is that where the suicide note's gonna be? So this figurine, this is a container of sorts, is it? Yes, looks can be deceiving. Wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is a superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You're a criminal. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. Looks like there really was something to that bear after all. Hi. I'm gonna push you on everything. A puzzle. That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine to me. And sure enough, to people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is it exactly? So you can take it apart, and how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right, and then push it. Oh, yes, I see. After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed. Oh. Now this is most interesting. It's awakening something in me. A boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again. I must try this with a real person. Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on. I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who brought it. Huh? It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland. Then this was a present from you? That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for Juan. So it was a present from Ms. Andrews. Witness. A witness. Please, let's continue with the testimony. So, who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the two of us, Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt that there were many people with this same bear in this country. But this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside. Well, it's a toy. It can never be the same again if it's been broken. Who else? Oh, man, I gotta say, when she said that, part of me thought she was gonna say like a person at the same time, kind of like in a reference to what happened with her and Celeste. I was about to say that's dark, but at the same time it's accurate. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or a jewelry box? I never told anyone, and as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the two of us. The two of you, huh? Then, of course, that means Mr. Ngar didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Figurine has been updated. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize. Apparently not. That there's one very important fact we have uncovered, and that is this. The bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there's only one logical question that can come next, and that is, what is inside this box? What's inside? That's right. That's what we are going to find out next, witness. Yes? You're the only one who can open this. Please. It's gonna be the suicide note. It has to be. There's a painful silence. All eyes are on Ms. Andrews as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. Click. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted? What is this? It looks like a note. I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's a suicide note. Suicide note? The suicide note left by Juan Carita's former manager, Celeste Impax. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts, but just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Carita himself. It seems Celeste Impax had very beautiful handwriting. She just as beautifully signed her own name as on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide. Order! Witness! Do you know about this? Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere, because it had already been taken by the killer. Everything is going at Mr. Edwards' pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? That's right. At least that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it's only appropriate that the contents of the notes of this note be known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much just to get my hands on it, and I was going to burn it for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of this note. Very well. The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celeste Impax left us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Engard, being engaged to Carita, and Engard's role in destroying that, and how she decided, in her despair, to end it all. And that's all Miss Impact had to say. There is one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engard. Then what? Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, Juan was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference. My word. Matching God's values, above all else, is refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. It's Engard's fault. Yeah, and this time even went as far as kill someone. How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who'll defend these creeps too. If they pay me, but they're not paying me, kidnap someone. There's no room for doubt here. Mr. Tequila's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note, and the only person who needed this note is his defendant. Let's not forget the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house. It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely established. He deserves no sympathy from anyone. Irk, how am I supposed to escape from this one? Without hesitation, Phoenix. Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know! I have to carry on and buy him more time. Okay, there's two deadly pieces of evidence. The figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hands. Phoenix, hurry! Suicide note, let's do the figurine! Yeah? Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. Boo this man! The assassin took this with him from the crime scene and after murdering Mr. Garita. At the request of his client, of course. So what's your point, Mr. Wright? I don't think it's possible that Mr. De Killer's client was mounting guard. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. You can't tell by just looking at this that this bear is really a jewelry box. The chances that that mounting guard thought the note was inside this bear are 0 to none. Oh, I didn't think of it that way. Exactly, but I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. After all, there's no reason why Mr. and Guard would ever want a jewelry box like this. Maybe he has a fetish. We try not to judge too harshly here, or openly. Order, order! You make a very valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion? Just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. The defense seems to be in love with wishing more to spare upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this. What is that? It's a very small video camera, Your Honor. This type of camera is commonly used as a means of spying. Spying? What the? I thought the spy camera was in my possession. Wait, yeah, I thought it was too. Wait a minute. Did you pick my pocket, you dick? Mounting Guard and the victim both thought of the others as their biggest rival. They even went as far as to use this type of item to find each other's weakness. And the victim, Juan Garita, was being spied on. His personal life was being watched by none other than Mounting Guard. Order! Order! Mr. Wright. Yeah, Your Honor? You don't tell me you knew about your client's spying activities. Well, sort of. Sort of is not an acceptable answer, Mr. Wright. I see you're confused, Mr. Wright. You're probably thinking, but I have the camera that was in the stuffed bear's eye. But this camera that I have is not the same one. Last night, I searched the victim's house on a hunch. Using this. Gumshoe's bug sweeper. By the way, Mr. Wright, the defendant's fingerprints were found on this camera. Mr. Guard's... He broke into Juan's house and spied on him? That's weird. Mr. Guard's fingerprints were on there. Well, Phoenix, looks like those cameras were hidden all over the place, huh? What am I supposed to say to that evidence? I think this is the end. It's fairly obvious that Mr. Guard learned of the suicide note through this. He was watching the victim all along. He got me good this time. I don't have anything to counter that. Hey, now what's the lawyer thinking? Hey, we're the mummies! What? No. Is that man a bad person? Yes! Hush, don't look at him. The way he's sweating is just so ew and nasty. That is a lot of sweat. You're gonna be smelly and soggy. Phoenix. Yeah, Chief? Have you figured out what you're going to do next? What am I gonna do? Probably cry. Does running away like a frightened child work? I know it seems like Edgeworth is very close to putting a lid on this case, but in his eagerness to prove his point, he forgot one very important thing. Well, what is it, Mia? There's a piece of evidence that he really should investigate. Something he should investigate? I would really hate to see the good prosecutor get scolded for not remembering to look into the item when he had his chance. Why are you speaking in riddles all of a sudden? Yeah, I know, just tell me! Alright, I think it's time we finally understand everything. Well, Mr. Wright, you don't have any further objections, do you? What is the piece of evidence that Mia is talking about? Can I figure out what it is? I mean... yes, I guess. Given that you kept talking about it, I'm going to assume it's something important. I do have an objection, Your Honor. That was about the weakest objection I've ever heard, Mr. Wright. Objection! There you go. Your Honor, the defense has no intention of letting this go so easily. You're beginning to sound desperate. I am desperate! Mr. Edgeworth, this is not like you at all. In your eagerness to prove your point, you forgot one very important thing. Hey, isn't that what I just said? So you're telling me that I forgot something? You're close, Mr. Edgeworth. But there's something you really should examine about this piece of evidence. It's gotta be like something new, right? Like one of these? Because all honestly, I have no idea what the fudge you're talking about, Tony. Shit, alright, here. Music did not stop. Music stopped, alright! That is Ms. Impact's suicide note, right? Huh, who knows? I mean, sure, the suicide note was found inside this bear. But this bear wasn't in my possession until only a few moments ago. Which means the handwriting on the suicide note has yet to be analyzed. Oh, so as to whether this pivotal piece of evidence was really written by Miss Impact or not, that has yet to be even remotely confirmed. I mean, this has got a point. Mr. Wright, you can't seriously suggest... Mr. Wright, are you saying the suicide note is a fake? Miss Andrews, you were the one who tried to pin this murder on Mr. Engard. Who's to say you didn't create a fake suicide note and put it inside this bear? How dare you! Your Honor, the defense is indiscriminately accusing the witness again. There's no evidence linking the witness to the suicide note whatsoever. There's no evidence not proving it, but if this is a fake, then the witness is the only person who could have made it. What? Recall the witness's testimony concerning this figurine. The only person other than the victim who could solve the puzzle is the witness herself. And we broke another pair of her glasses! Ms. Andrews, you wrote this note, didn't you? You wrote it so you could frame Matt Engard. I did no such thing. Right. If you're going to pronounce the suicide note as fake, then show this court some evidence to support your theory. Mr. Edgeworth, you were the one who presented this scrap of paper as evidence. That means the burden of proof lies with you, the prosecution. He has a point. That's enough. Miss Edgeworth, can you confirm the handwriting on the suicide note? It is as the defense has stated. The handwriting has yet to be analyzed. And if that's the case, it seems that yet again we have reached a point where a verdict is impossible. That's impossible! This isn't good, Phoenix. The judge is going to carry the sentence over one more day. I don't think Maya will physically be able to make it another day. You can go a few days without eating. Drinking, on the other hand, that's a problem. She needs water at the very least within like 3 days. Then your body starts shutting down. I didn't want to have to do this, but I don't have a choice. I request that both the prosecution and the defense further investigate. Handwriting analysis at my butt. That's just the lawyer trying to buy more time. Engard are guilty. Look, anything can tell me that. I think we've reached the end of the line. Guilty! 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 What is that sound? It's Gumshoe! Hello, Gumshoe! What is with him? What's with that sigh? Where's Maya? What happened to the killer? He got away! What? I'm sorry, pal, I really am! I don't know what to say besides I'm sorry! I wish there was some way to make it up to you, I really do! Anyway, what's going on? We found his hideout, pal, but the two of them are already gone! This is terrible. I'm gonna keep looking for him, pal! Don't you worry, I just need a little more time! But... don't tell me we don't have any more... Do you hear that? They're calling for his head! Mr. Wright, I can't... For us to come this far in... Oh! What is it? Let me talk to Mr. Edgeworth! I can't do that! Mr. Wright, would you please get a hold of yourself? We also heard everything you just said. What is the meaning of this? I'm about to end today's proceedings. You may take your phone calls after. Objection! Hold on, Your Honor. Edgeworth, catch! Mr. Edgeworth! Please, you gotta buy us some more time! Court is in session. Oh, dude! I'm sorry, Your Honor. You were saying... Mr. Wright, this is a court of law. I'm sorry, Your Honor, but... I'm reluctant to do this, however. It appears that I have no choice but to suspend suspense proceedings until tomorrow. This time I really can't do anything. Court is now adjourned for the day. Wait, are we gonna have to investigate again? I kind of thought... Objection! Hi, Edgeworth. Yeah, all honesty, I didn't actually think... I thought we were just gonna have like a really long investigation and then just like a really long trial. But I guess that wasn't gonna be the case. Please wait, Your Honor. Edgeworth? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I humbly request another 30 minutes of Your Honor's time. For what purpose? We can perform the necessary tests on this piece of paper in that time. But can you really obtain your results in 30 minutes? I believe we can, Your Honor. But wouldn't it be better if we adjourn for the day and reconvene tomorrow? 30 minutes, please, Your Honor. That's all I'm asking for. Please, Your Honor! Very well. At the prosecution's request, this court will now take a 30-minute recess. But be advised that I will not allow another recess today. I'm not sure if this is helping or hurting us. The court will now take its final recess of the day. Right, well, what's going on with my situation? The killer, it looks like he got away again. 30 minutes? We can't find her in that time. Report. Is that Miss Edgeworth? We don't have time, just spit it out. Right! It looks like we just missed them, sir. But the killer left a few things behind by accident in his rush to get away. A few things? Can we use them as evidence? Ho ho ho! I thought you asked, pal! I got the things he left with me right now and I'm on my way over. Really? That's odd. Any items like that are usually sent to the crime lab first. We don't have time to wait for those guys, sir! When those guys weren't looking, I swept the stuff and ran! What? Well, I'm not a detective anymore, so I had to. I'm really sorry, sir, but I gotta put the law on the hold for now. Sounds bad. I hope he doesn't get into too much trouble over this. With my hunk-a-junk car, I'd say I'll be there in about 20 minutes, sir. Don't worry, I'll be there. Wait for me. Oh, man, Gumshoe, I hope you don't end up in jail, because I feel like you're gonna get arrested for this. All right, just get in here in one piece. I'm on a mission, and no one can stop me now, sir. No one. I'm pulling out all the stops and running every red light. I hope you have your cop car at the very least if you're doing that, man. Item is left by the murderer, huh? Maybe there's something among them that will deceive enough to end this. Or be decisive enough. What happened? Hey, what's wrong? Detective Gumshoe, answer me! No one can stop me! Did you crash your car? Oh my god. Get into a cop car if you're gonna run lights. What happened? It sounds like he had an accident. I'm guessing the cell phone broke as well. What was he thinking? We gotta hurry and call for help. But we have no time we have no idea where he is. His cell phone is broken and he wasn't driving a patrol car, so no radio either. Also, if we don't get to those items before they do, the police will take possession of them. No, we can't let that happen. Well, if there is a way we can find out where he is, then we stand a chance. Why, oh why did Gumshoe have to get into an accident now? Is there any way to find out exactly where he is? Yeah, there is, actually. That's right, there is a way. What? How? I'm sure we can find out where the detective is through this. I mean, it's gotta be Von Karma, right? She had a tracking device on him. Why are you bringing up Franziska in a time like this? Oh, I see. I'll try to get in contact with her. The chances are slim, but she's all we have. Franziska, will she even want to help us? Edgeworth, what is it? I don't have any right to judge anyone ever again. I know my client is guilty, but what I'm doing now, I'm pinning the guilt onto someone totally innocent and using the evidence to do so. It might be my turn to say defense attorney Phoenix Wright chooses death. Right. It doesn't suit someone like you to cry useless tears. Whether you did your job well or not, that can only be seen after the verdict has been decided. The verdict. Is Prosecutor Edgeworth here? Yes, Bailiff. There's a phone call for you, sir. They said it was extremely urgent. I'm probably finished with the handwriting analysis. I have to go take this call. In the meantime, think hard about what it is you must do. Okay. To be continued. Saving content. Yeah, I'll save. Sure. Here, I guess. That's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.